It is the end of the year, so let me just cover a couple things where we stand on energy, just so you'll know. This is, since 1990, this is our history. Here's peak KW, and you'll see in the last 21 years it's been 2.2% growth. This is the energy sales. I had a little box, should have scooted over, but energy sales were 2.8%. Over the last 5 years, you can see we've been minus 1.5 on peak demands and minus 0.5% on energy. If I took those 5 years out of that 16, at just the 16 years before that, we have been growing at 3.5, 3 to 3.8% in energy and demand all the way up until what happened in 07 and 08. So again, over 5 years, we're actually down. This is those peak demands from the years. You can see how we ramped up, and then the economy hit, and it has flatlined. This 154 is an average. Here's the 12 months of last year. Now, we'll point out, as far as demand, in April, we began our peak load shave, so we're probably 4, 5, 6 megawatts off each month of where we would be, and we're doing that on purpose because starting in April, TVA pays us for this bar, for the peak KW, and they didn't before, so a little bit that's intentional. This is maybe a better graph. Those are these demands, and they don't really look like they're that much different. This is energy, though, real teller. We went into 2008, 2009. If you recall, we rebounded nicely a couple of years ago. And these last few years, we're still seeing a decline in energy sales. So let me give you an example, because we've talked, Clark doesn't, not a big fan of energy efficiency because of lost revenue. But let me walk you through this real quick. You take a 100-watt light bulb in a house, and the equivalent 30-watt CFL, that's 70 watts less per light. Let's assume there's 5 lights in a house that are converted, and assume they burn 10 hours a day. It could be 8, it could be 6, it could be 8 lights, I don't know. But assuming that's 3.5 kW per day, or 105 per home per month. In December, we had 11,671 customers for residential. If all those customers changed out lights, that's 1,225,770 less kilowatt hour sales per month. So total residential kilowatt hours in December was 11 million. So you can see that's 11. That would equate to 11% lost residential sales. Now that occurs over time. We don't have it happen all in 1 year. But that's, the point is light.
That's just changing light bulbs.
Yeah, that's just light bulbs. And at the end of 2012, you can no longer manufacture an incandescent 100-watt light bulb. So this is going to happen. Some of it's already happened. Now let's go back and look. The residential rate in December was 9.2 cents. So the customer would have saved $9.66 that month.
You got to account for what the bulb costs.
That's just exactly what I was thinking.
It's
Lost
a
money.
lot more expensive.
Yeah, but they're what, 2.5?
I don't know, but
You can buy a pack up for $5 or so now.
Yeah, but you can't see.
Yeah, you can't say.
That goes a long way to that.
They don't care if you see.
Well, they're supposed to out there now. They're supposed to.
Yeah, CFL's a couple of years, yeah. Now, the big one coming is LEDs, and they're like a 10.
You can go over 90% of the hotels now have those lights. You can't see it. You can't see to get the door.
Well, but follow what's happening here. So the customer might save this, and that's per month now. That's per month. So you buy some light bulbs, you got a 3-month payback on it. But the lost revenue to MUS is $112,000. If you assume we operate on about 18% margin, it's 17 and 18. That means we lost $20,000 a month. That equates to $240,000, $43,000 a year less. That's operating revenue. Even after we pay TV.
We can start selling light bulbs and make it up.
Some do.
That's why Clark don't.
I know we probably got
He had 1 hair left before they started.
We probably got way too much magic. We can get rid of some of the magic.
Next slide. So energy efficiency helps the customer, but hurts MUS and yes, Harold. That's only lighting. We've got to note that the hot water heaters, the refrigerators, all these appliances are becoming energy efficient.
Well, we're doing
it. Heat pumps are. Yeah.
We're doing it to ourselves.
I know. But TVA, let's go. We got another slide. What's the rationale here? Well, if you just take one light, 0.70 kW savings. 5 lights are 0.35 kW, that's demand. Let's imagine those lights are on at peak demand. So for TVA, they have 42 billion kilowatt hours to 2.6 million homes. 2.6 million homes times, if everybody had those lights on and was saving that, that's 910 megawatts less demand. Now, nuclear plants, 1,200 megawatts, coal and gas are 400, 700, so that's less steel on the campground, that's less TVA investment, and again, that's only light, that's only lights.
Yeah.
So the rationale is that distributors here, we're gonna have less revenue, but TVA controls their cost, our wholesale power rates are lower, and if they lower their cost, it'll weed its way down to us.
And they're
That's the
supplementing us as we go, you
Yeah.
know, on
Now,
several things.
There's some truth to that, but how in the world, how we're gonna see those savings and when, I really don't know. But now, I told you, in the report, right, I got right here, we're 0.9% year-to-date down. Well, look at this is a good website, if you just want some nice charts and good information. Your tax dollar pays for it, so you ought to go look at it. But it's United States Energy Information Administration. They're predicting for this year 3% drop in residential sales and a 1% up in 2000. So that's net negative for the United States. Industrial plus 0.7, then plus 1.8. A little bit better there. Some of it is weather, but I really think a lot of it is energy efficiency and standards.
You know, think, you know, we're what, 9% industrial, what about these towns that don't have any industry? I mean,
We were having that discussion.
they'll go broke.
Appalachian is 82%
Yeah,
residential.
residential, that's what I'm
We're
talking
about hurting them. Now again, TVA is required in this DOE settlement with North Carolina, they're required either pay a $300 million fine or spend it on energy efficiency demand response, and that's what they're doing. And that's why they're coming in and giving our commercial customers, they're paying them money to change out lights. Now, I'm just doing residential, but the paid fee fine $150,000
Yeah,
to lower lighting. That was like 250.
They don't work. I've changed mine. They don't work.
But no, those are the, oh, you didn't know those, oh, really? Those
You got T5s and T8s.
Yes.
Well, that's what P5 put in. Of course, the bottom goal is, and you know, Alan knows it, how important this is. TVA's goal is to get the industrial rates back from the 50% quartile to the 25% quartile. It's Alan Marshall knows that too. That used to be our primary recruiting tool in Tennessee, was cheap electric rates. And for the time being, there's no significant advantage in the valley.